Hello, and welcome to the Logansport Community School Corporation Thespian Showcase. I'm your host, Chris Piercy. Logansport is blessed with a wonderful theater community with multiple theater organizations for adults and children to get involved in theatrical arts. The School Corp is proud to host 3 of these organizations. There is the Logansport Junior High School Drama Club, which is run by myself, Grant Howerton, and Blair Bailey. There is the Logansport High School Drama Club, which is run by Tony Kenny. And there's also Wings, which is a special needs theater group run by Lisa Terry. The purpose of this showcase today is to show off middle schoolers and high school students who are involved in the theater programs here in our school corporation. Now, usually we would have done this on a Friday or a Saturday night. We would have invited people to McHale and sold some tickets, and it would have helped fund further plays and musicals throughout the year. However, due to COVID, we're going to present this to you with some video instead. However, if you are interested in donating and money or even time to help our programs out, any of that money can help with set building and prop rental and paying for the rights and any makeup, any number of things that go into a show. If you're interested in helping out and donating, you can send a donation to the McHale Performing Arts Center at Oneberry Lane, Logansport, Indiana, 46947, and they will make sure that your donation gets to the right program. Before we get started with our first set of performers, I'd like to give Lisa Terry a chance to talk about Wings and its goals.
Hi, my name is Lisa Terry, and I've had the privilege of serving as the director for the special needs theater group called Wings. No more waiting in the wings for these fabulous actors here at Logansport High School. They have been working very hard since last year, and we meet weekly so that they can bring you just a little bit of the fun, dedication, and acting and dancing skills that they have acquired in the past year. So let's give a nice round of applause to Wings.
Our first set of performers are 8th grader Ava Martin performing a monologue from Math for Actors, 6th grader Cooper Prifogle performing a monologue from Mommy Says I'm Pretty on the Inside, and freshman Layla Powell with a special vocal cameo from senior Amelia Bault singing a solo Mother Knows Best from Tangled.
I had really hoped that you had changed. I'd really hoped that you had changed. Everyone told me not to take you on as a math tutor, Everyone told me, Kate, don't you do it. Just because he's charming and handsome. Don't be fooled into thinking a common thespian will care a bit about math. Take on an artist, they said. An artist will just draw at you. Take on an English major, they said. They'll understand iambic pentameter. Take on a historian. The Norman invasion of 1066. The War of 1812. It's a walk in the park with a history major. Anyone but a theater person. But I said no. I said, I've known Keith since we were kids. And sure, he used to smile at me, the girls, and get them to do his math homework. But didn't you see him in last year's play? He's so grown up, he'll do the work. But no, you haven't changed a bit. And I am so sick of you actors and your excuses and your drama and your feelings and your... What are you doing?
The ladies like to call me Sausage McBiscuit. When I was 16, I went to scout camp. I was a wee bloat, even though I was 16 because I wasn't good at knots. And one night, as I laid on my bunk bed, the truth came crashing into me that I was irreparably different from all the other weeblos, because my heart was so strange and specific. So I snuck out of bed and ran 12 miles to the McDonald's. And I hid in the bathroom, and they locked me in. And I built a fort out of surplus sausage McBiscuits, and I stuck them together with mayonnaise. And I lived there for 2 days until I started to eat the fort. Then they found me, and I was in the paper. And after that, everyone called me Sausage McBiscuit. Now I got my own truck, and it's like my fort, and I leave Sausage McBiscuit wrappers in it overnight because the smell makes me feel cohesive.
You want to go outside? Why, Rapunzel, look at you, as fragile as a flower. Still a little sapling, just a sprout. You know why we stay up in this tower.
I know, but...
That's right, to keep you safe and sound here. Guess I always knew this day was coming. Knew that soon you'd want to leave the nest. Soon, but not yet. Shh, trust me, pet. Mother knows best. Mother knows best. Listen to your mother. It's a scary world out there. Mother knows best. One way or another, something will go wrong, I swear. Ruffians, thugs, poison ivy, quicksand, cannibals and snakes, the plague,
No,
yes, also large bugs, men with pointy teeth, and stop no more, you'll just upset me. Mother's right here. Mother will protect you. Darling, here's what I suggest. Skip the drama, stay with Mama. Mother knows best. Go ahead, get trampled by a rhino. Go ahead, get mugged and left for dead. Me, I'm just your mother, what do I know? I only bathed and changed and nursed you. Go ahead, leave me, I deserve it. Let me die alone here, be my guest. When it's too late, you'll see, just wait. Mother knows best. Mother knows best. Take it from your mumsy. On your own, you won't survive. Sloppy, underdressed, immature, clumsy, please, they'll eat you up alive. Gullible, naive, positively grubby, bit ditzy and a bit, well, vague. Plus, I believe, getting kind of chubby. I'm just saying, 'cause I love you. Mother understands. Mother's here to help you. All I have is one request. Rapunzel?
Yes?
Don't ever ask to leave this tower again.
Yes, Mother.
I love you very much, dear.
I love you more.
I love you most. Don't forget it. You'll regret it. Mother knows best.
Our next performers are Leah Alder performing a solo called There Are Worse Things I Could Do from Grease, and sixth grader Deann McGuire performing a monologue from the play Among Us, and freshman Gretchen Prifogle performing another monologue from The Rehearsal.
There are worse things I could do than go with a boy or two. Even though the neighborhood thinks I'm trashy and no good, I suppose it could be true. But there are worse things I could do. I could flirt with all the guys, smile at them and bat my eyes, laugh and hug them when we dance make them think they stand a chance, then refuse to see it through. That's a thing I never do. I could stay home every night, wait around for Mr. Right, take cold showers every day, and throw my life away on a dream that won't come true. I could hurt someone like me out of spite or jealousy. I don't steal and I don't lie, but I can feel and I can cry, a fact I'll bet you never knew. But to cry in front of you, that's the worst thing I could do.
It's been exactly 147 years since I left the spaceship. I knew something was wrong with Blue as soon as the round started. But when I mentioned it to the adults, they turned on him, and we ended up voting him out. I felt bad because he wasn't the imposter. My friend Pink was telling me it would be fine, but I thought I seen something in her back pocket. I didn't say anything. But we went to admin to do some tasks, and she killed Green right in front of me. I promised I wouldn't say anything, but after she went through the vent, I reported the body and said it was Pink. They believed me, and we voted her out, and she was the imposter. A couple minutes later, we all left the spaceship and went our separate ways. I never want to see them again.
Hi everyone, you know me. I'm Morgan Hill, and I'll be playing the part of Miss Sarah Brown, which is the second most fun part in the play, next to other lead, Adelaide. I don't mind though, because I really like wearing starchy costumes and having my hair in a bun. And also awesome, I get to kiss Barry in the show, which I've really been looking forward to for a while now, because that's totally what I thought I'd be doing in my life at this point. Not that I'm bitter. I'm not bitter. I love my parts. I love singing really high and showing no emotion on stage. By the way, I wanted to do Wicked, which is an incredibly awesome show, and I would have made the best Elphaba ever. But that's cool. Apparently we don't have the rights to do that show or something, so instead we're doing this one, which is just great, which is fantastic, because instead of flying and singing amazing songs, I get to be Miss Sarah Brown, who works for the Salvation Army. Can you believe that? The Salvation Army. How much fun is it to ring that bell? Much more fun than flying and using magic, I can tell you that much. And I think this year, Barry learned what deodorant was, so that's a bonus. It also looks like some of his pimples are clearing up, so double bonus. I can't wait to do the show. I'm a team player.
Next up is 8th grader Ella Weathers performing a monologue from The Birds, a modern adaptation. 6th grader Dietmar Jensen performing a monologue from The Baseball King. And freshman Finley Gay performing a solo called Tonight at 8 from the musical She Loves Me.
I can't wait to be a bird. This might surprise you, but I've always thought I was a little bit of a disaster as a human being. After my mom abandoned me and all, and before I started stalking girls who hated me, I was an unpopular child. Little old ladies who passed me on the street would try to toss me in front of moving cars. They'd scream something about doing society a favor, and then there I'd be, right in the middle of traffic, the drivers swerving every which way to avoid denting their hoods on my prone little body. That's mostly what I remember from childhood. That and the hordes of angry rats which used to chase me down alleys. Maybe my luck's gonna change. What do you think? Thank you.
Hey, David, remember me? It's Philstein, the giant you knocked out with a baseball. I was trying to be talking to you, well, because, you see, I know, others been making fun of me, but I know you won't make fun of me. You see, ever since you make me out with a baseball, kids used to give me their lunch money when I'm in the cafeteria. And kids used to throw themselves against the locker when I come by so I don't even have to do it. But now kids call me sissy. They throw things at me. I don't need you to get yourself down. I don't need a pep talk. I want my dignity back. I want to show these losers a lesson. Gonna fight closer, but I don't want to get these hands dirty. And make them think I've gonna fight with you? You let me do that? Wow, David, you're the most sweetest guy I ever heard, ever seen in the world.
I'm nervous and upset because this girl I've never met, I get to meet tonight at 8. I'm taking her to dinner at a charming old cafe, but who can eat tonight at 8? It's early in the morning and our date is not till 8 o'clock tonight, and yet already I can see what a nightmare this whole day will be. Oh, I haven't slept a wink, I only think of our approaching tete-a-tete tonight at 8. I feel a combination of depression and elation. What a state to wait till 8. 3 more minutes, 2 more seconds, 10 more hours to go. In spite of all I've written, she may not be very smitten, and my hopes, perhaps, may all collapse, kaput, tonight at 8. I wish I knew exactly how I'll act and what will happen when we dine tonight at 8. I know I'll drop the silverware, but will I spill the water or the wine tonight at 8? Tonight I'll walk right up and sit right down beside the smartest girl in town, and then it's anybody's guess. More and more I'm breathing less and less. In my imagination I can hear our conversation taking shape tonight at 8. I'll sit there saying absolutely nothing, or I'll jabber like an ape tonight at 8. 2 more minutes, 3 more seconds, 10 more hours to go. I'll know when this is done, if something's ended or begun, and if it goes alright, who knows, I might propose tonight at 8.
Our next set of performers are 7th grader Calvin Mackey performing a monologue from Homework Eats Dog and Other Woeful Tales. 8th grader Emily Flora performing a solo called She Used to Be Mine from the musical Waitress.
My name is Douglas Kobakaneski, but now that I'm in my full functioning capacity as a high school science teacher, you may refer to me as Mr. Kobakaneski. Today is Friday, October 13th. Friday the 13th. A date on which a very large, very hard, very grade-determining grade is due for my class. Yes, I planned it that way. I am not cruel, just slightly twisted. It is now 7:28 a.m. I'm expecting the first knock on my door in the next 124 seconds. You see, I have been giving this assignment for the past 23 years,
and I've noticed a particular phenomenon to occur on this most weighty of mornings. I am not cruel, twisted, as I said before. I look forward to the sheer desperation of students and the creativity they use to come up with excuses for extensions. But not once in the past 23 years of giving this assignment have I granted one single extension to the pure imbeciles in my class.
It's not simple to say that most days I don't recognize me, that these shoes and this apron, that place and its patrons have taken more than I gave them. It's not easy to know I'm not anything like I used to be, although it's true I was never attention sweet center. I still remember that girl. She's imperfect, but she tries. She is good, but she lies. She is hard on herself. She is broken and won't ask for help. She is messy, but she's kind. She is lonely most of the time. She's all of this mixed up and baked in a beautiful pie. She's gone, but she used to be mine. You're not what I asked for. Sometimes life just slips in through a back door and carves out a person and makes you believe it's all true. But now I've got you. You're not what I asked for. If I'm honest, I know I would give it all back for a chance to start over and rewrite an ending or two. For that girl that I knew who was reckless just enough, who gets hurt, but who learns how to toughen up when she's bruised and gets used by a man who can love. And then she'll get stuck and be scared of the life that's inside her, growing stronger each day, till it finally reminds her to fight just a little, to bring back the fire in her eyes that's been gone but used to be mine. Used to be mine. She is messy, but she's kind. She is lonely most of the time. She's all of this mixed up and baked in a beautiful pie. She is gone, but used to be mine.
Our next set of performers are 8th grader Yuri Servin performing 2 monologues, one from the first annual Academy Awards and the other from At the Bottom of Lake Missoula, and sophomore Gracie Kitchell performing a solo called Taylor the Latte Boy.
Mom, I know you've been disappointed in my behavior in the past, and I haven't always made the most wise decisions. When Bill Raymond drove his motorcycle through our living room, that was a bad choice. And when I shoplifted those times, those were bad choices. Especially when I set up my own online clothing business with those stolen goods and made over $16,000 selling brand name items for a significant discount. I shouldn't have done that, and I realize that now. And with the explosives and the police breaking through our windows at 2 a.m, that was wrong. And so I need you to believe that I have changed and that I'm not the same girl I was last week when I tried to market my own unique brand of cigarettes. That is not me. I am back to being that little, innocent, trustworthy girl that you sent off to kindergarten so many years ago. So, when I ask you to borrow your new Jetta for the next week and a half, I need you to disregard the odd chemical smell coming from the trunk. You think you can help me? My whole family was killed by a tornado 4 months ago. My mom and my dad, my brother and my sister and the baby. They're all dead. And I wasn't there because I wanted some peace and quiet. And here I am. I've got all the money I'll ever need, and all I do is spend all day in these stupid classes learning useless information. And I don't know why I keep going. Maybe I'm hoping I can learn something to make sense out of all of it. But it's nothing. It's just a bunch of junk and noises, and it's all the same. It's all the same thing, the things they say. And I have this bottle of pills that the doctors gave me after the accident happened. And each night when I can't get to sleep, I think about taking the whole bottle. But that's a sin, isn't it? Isn't it? So I can't do that, and I don't know what to do, and I'm going crazy because I can't stop thinking about them, and everywhere I go, something reminds me of them. And so you want to tell me what to do? Go ahead and tell me what to do. You tell me what to do. Thank you.
There's a boy who works at Starbucks who is very inspirational. He is very inspirational because of many things. I come in at 8:11 and he smiles and says, "How are you?" When he smiles and says, "How are you?" I could swear my heart grows wings. So today at 8:11, I decided I should meet him. I decided I should meet him in a proper normal way. So today at 8:11.
Our final set of performers are 7th grader Veda Fagner, performing a monologue called What I Want to Say But Never Will. Senior Katie Ashbaugh, with a special appearance by senior Lesley Alcala, performing Good Girl Winnie Foster, a solo from Tuck Everlasting. And junior Maggie Fincher, performing a solo called Popular from Wicked.
Dad, I know you and Mom got the divorce. I remember the fights when I was 5. Mom, with the wine bottles at you with those vases back at her. The divorce was horrible, but it had to happen. But what I want to know is, do you love me? I mean, part of me says yes, of course you do. I'm your daughter. But when you email me, the few times that you do, you write such short little notes. I mean, couldn't you spare more than just 3 syllables to let me know that I am important to you? And really, is your schedule so busy and your gas so expensive that you couldn't make just one of my soccer games? And when we come to visit for the 2 weeks every summer, don't you want to do more with us, your daughters, besides put us to work? Couldn't you take just a minute to call me on my birthday? This year, I waited almost all day for your call. Maybe you think I just know that you love me. Like, that you don't have to tell me or show me. Maybe you think I'm fine without you. I'm not. Every day, a green truck comes down our street. And even though my brain knows it's not you, my heart can't help hoping day after day that it will turn into our driveway and it will be you. Every day, I'm hurt a little when it's not you. Maybe I should be flattered that you think I'm old enough and independent enough to get along fine on my own. You certainly seem to be fine without me. Are you fine without me? Do you miss me? Ever? Dad, I'm not old enough. I don't think I'll ever be old enough not to want you to cheer for me, or hug me, or talk to me. Talk to me. Tell me. I'll never be old enough not to want you to tell me you love me. You love me. Your daughter. You love me.
I'm trapped in a house full of sad and lonely, on a street named Maine, but you could call it only. Is it rude to say I'd volunteer for a day of fun just once a year? I'd fly the coop if only I could, but I've got a really bad case of being good. I'd go find trouble if there was some to get in. Ask a friend to play if I had one to let in. Nana's rocker sawing through the floor every day just like the one before. We lock ourselves behind that door. Is it rude to wish for something more?
Winnie, what is that ugly thing?
Meet my new friend Pig.
Winnie, you know better than that. Go take that filthy thing outside where it belongs.
Yes, good girl Winnie Foster, every day is in bed at 7. Good girl Winnie Foster, every day is a well-behaved 11. And someday I'm gonna raise a little something more than heaven. Well, pig, we blew it. But at least we're outside. Are you from the wood? I'm not allowed there. Big news, I know. I'm not allowed anywhere. Well, now's your chance to disappear. Go have fun, I'll be right here, tied to a string like a precious pearl. It's a really tight leash for a really good girl. Good girl Winnie Foster, every day is in bed at 7. Good girl Winnie Foster, every day is a well-behaved 11. Someday I'm gonna raise a little something more than heaven. Someday I'm gonna raise a little something more than heaven.
Elfie, now that we're friends, I've decided to make you my new project. I know. That's what makes me so nice. Whenever I see someone less fortunate than I, and let's face it, who isn't less fortunate than I, my tender heart tends to start to bleed. And when someone needs a makeover, I simply have to take over. I know exactly what they need. And even in your case, though it's the toughest case I've yet to face, don't worry, I'm determined to succeed. Follow my lead, and yes, indeed, you will be popular. You're gonna be popular. I'll teach you the proper poise when you talk to boys. Little ways to flirt and flounce. Oh, I'll show you what shoes to wear, how to fix your hair. Everything that really counts to be popular. I'll help you be popular. You'll hang with the right cohorts. You'll be good at sports. Know the slang you've got to know. So let's start, 'cause you've got an awfully long way to go. Don't be offended by my frank analysis. Think of it as personality dialysis. Now that I've chosen to become a palimpsest or an advisor, there's nobody wiser. Not when it comes to popular. I know about popular, and with an assist from me to be who you'll be, instead of dreary, who you were, well, are. There's nothing that can stop you from becoming popular. Lar. La 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 la. We're gonna make you popular. When I see depressing creatures with unprepossessing features, I remind them on their own behalf to think of celebrated heads of state or especially great communicators. Did they have brains or knowledge? Don't make me laugh. They were popular, please. It's all about popular. It's not about aptitude, it's the way you're viewed. So it's very shrewd to be very, very popular, like me. Why, Miss Elphaba, look at you. You're beautiful. You're welcome. And though you protest your disinterest, I know clandestinely. You're gonna grin and bear it, your newfound popularity. Ah! La 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 la, you'll be popular, just not quite as popular as me.
I hope you enjoyed our show and watching our wonderfully talented kids at the junior high and the high school. If you're interested in providing a donation, you can send your donation to the McHale PAC at One Berry Lane, Logansport, Indiana, 46947. Every bit helps us continue our program and to continue to expand our educational theater in our school corporation. Also, if you're interested in coming to see a show, please check out McHalePAC.com for information about upcoming events and shows at McHale. Thank you for watching and have a wonderful day.